Hello, Grease Monkeys! Yeah, I thought of an intro.
I guess that works.
Welcome back to Final Fantasy X Episode 4. Is that a half-naked? No, that boy's wearing clothes. Okay.
There's something that I want to tell you about. So at the time of this recording, have you heard about that woman who sent a tweet to Kleenex about their man-sized tissues?
Yeah, I have not.
You've heard about that?
No.
So you've not heard about it?
No.
No. She sent this to Kleenex. Hi Kleenex UK. My 4-year-old son asked me what was written here. Then asked, why are they called man-size? Can girls, boys and mummies use them? I said, I don't know, and yes of course. He suggests you call them very large tissues. It is 2018. And I saw it and I thought, excuse me? But it didn't take long for everyone to see this. So I've got a bunch of other posts that I found on browsing Facebook that were just screenshots of this. So let's start with the next, I think it's 7 of them. Hi Five Guys UK.
Okay.
My 4-year-old son recently turned to me and asked,
standing
why
in
is
that
it called
place.
Five Guys? Are girls not allowed to visit too? Being a female himself, he is troubled that he isn't better represented with your branding. Hi Nando's UK.
I began to realize how different
my
this world
4-year-old
was from
son
my
wanted
own.
to go to Nando's. He asked, why is it called Nando's? Can people other than Nans go there? I said, yes of course you little cunt. He suggests you call yourselves People Goes. It is 2018.
Oh no.
Okay, so that one, I'm gonna send you this one. You can probably put this one up on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah,
I should
'cause it
probably
was-
mention there's going to be a bit more chit-chat in this one rather than focusing on the gameplay itself, because this is pretty much a wander about episode. There are
10
some
years have
plot
passed since
significant
Lord
things that
Buster became
happen
High Summoner.
But not a lot.
in a bit.
And finally, we receive a
They
statue for
they
our
happen
time.
in a few minutes' time, so we've got time just to...
Oh, what's a high summoner?
Anyway, hi Mother Care UK. My 4-year-old son is learning to read. He read out the name of your shop today letter by letter. I was so proud. He then turned to me and said, why don't you care, Daddy? Why does only Mummy care? He now thinks I don't love him. Thanks, you
It
sexist
was funny hearing
bastards.
myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny.
Hi,
I'm
Isle of
sad.
Man. My made-up
summoners
4-year-old
are
daughter just asked why you haven't
practitioners of
changed your
sacred
name to
art,
the Isle of
sworn to
Persons,
protect
as it's now
the people of the
2018, and you really shouldn't be
Only a
excluding the
chosen
female
few
gender any
become
longer.
summoners.
She's
Call
very
forth
advanced for her
entities of
made-up
great
years.
power,
She
the
gets it from her
Aeons.
made-up mother.
The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us.
Hi Man
They are the
United.
blessing of
My 4-year-old son asked what was written here. Then
So
I
what
asked.
he meant.
Then he asked, why are they
Was
called
that we should respect some
Manchester
kind of great
United?
man
Can
or
girls,
something
boys,
like
and
that.
mummies not
Oh.
follow them? I said, I don't know, and yes, of course. He's just you call yourselves gender-neutral Chester United. It is 2018.
Oh my god, this is just... oh. Ooh.
Hi, Burger King. My 4-year-old daughter recently asked me why there is no Burger Queen. How do I explain to her that your company is insensitive to the female gender? And finally, for the Kellogg's Family Pack. Hi Kellogg's UK. My 30-year-old mate, Bruce Wayne, asked me what was written here. Then he asked, why is it called a family box? Can lonely bachelors who don't have families use them? I said, I don't know, and yes, of course. He suggests you call this a box for many people. It is 2018. That last one just did it for me. It's so good. Oh my god. Jesus.
Oh, I should probably explain what's actually going on here. So,
yeah, we went on a tangent talking about this weird thing that just happened a few weeks ago.
okay, so currently, there are various like little hub areas around Spira, and Besaid is one of them. And you're meant to do things in a set order in order to progress the story. Me being myself, I think that I'm going to be the nice polite boy and actually just go back in and interrupt everyone's religious teachings.
nice boy.
Basically, we've just been told by Walker to look around the place, perhaps pray at the temple, and see if we can get any guidance. We're meant to do something specific here, but I think at the time of recording, my brain was like, I'm sure I'm
Missing something.
meant to be of a million things. I've actually already passed the there's, I think it just contains Gil, so it's not that important, but I do it quite a bit, and in retrospective, I will chastise myself, because it was right there! It was right!
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't
Fair enough.
interfere. It's a rule.
But
It is a rule I cannot break. Oh, is he having another acid trip?
No, I think this is just... It's
But
never really
it's
explained. So this is, I guess, a dream sequence. They try to big it up, though, so
People are searching for him now.
it could be a... It's a flashback, but it's meant to be, like, a bit over-exaggerated at the same time. They
Oh,
explain it a
it'll do
bit better
weird
like that. Yeah.
Who cares whether it comes back or not?
Also, points for,
Hi,
you
Bill.
know, having Bill be, brunette.
Do you?
And...
Is he the son of Dio when his hair changed colour, like, later on in life?
Dies.
that is just meant to be the same person. It's really weird. I never got why that. Just he's got a bit of brown in his hair at the moment, but he's blonde. Make the younger version of him blonde. You don't have to.
Walker?
And where's his glove?
No,
That
it's
glove
overly
needs to be
large
about now.
glove. So in other words, he was breaking... What was it we called it last time? Like, breaking uniform or something like that?
Yes. Okay, so this begins the first of a series of puzzles in the game, which
Is something wrong?
are called Cloister Trials. Essentially, they're the game's big old, like, traditional block pushing style puzzles. I would say that they were tedious, but they go by so quickly, and the solution is dead obvious that they don't bother me as much.
So someone is in there
Please
somewhere,
tell me you're not
and
going
they
to be
haven't
one of
come
those
back
people
out.
who
Right,
it
I
was
got
in plain sight and you missed it.
Day's already gone.
There is one very
Is it
big thing
particularly
in every single
dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
attempts.
Why don't you go on now?
I
There's already
can
guardians
solve
in
the...
there.
So I solve the
Besides, it's
temples
forbidden.
really quickly. I'm good at solving the Cloister Trials, but
Hey, but what if something
if you
happens?
do
What
the
if the summoner
destruction
dies?
optional stuff, which the game will explain in a bit, you can
Like I
unlock
care.
a special summon. Thing is, I forget to do
Maybe
this for a number of the
wasn't such a good
temples, which
idea
means I don't get
after
to
all.
summon. And you can go back to the temples later on, except there are some of the hardest optional bosses now blocking them,
Oh.
which is just great game design.
Isn't that a thing with Final Fantasy? It's like you had the mandatory bosses, optional bosses, and then by Final Fantasy V, super bosses.
Yeah. Don't come up across any super bosses during this playthrough. I don't think so anyway. I might just like pop my head out of one and run away.
Yeah, you don't want to do one of them, especially Omega.
Oof. As I said, I do go to his territory later on. It's a completely optional area, and you do have to do something really obscure to get there. It's mainly a leveling ground, and you can get some cool items out of it, but nah.
You mentioned, like, I think it was like 2 episodes ago or something like that, that there's just 2, might be 2 episodes, something like that, you weren't going to do this stuff because the foolproof plan was just insane.
Yeah, it's
You have to do at least 20 things.
it's pretty ridiculous. In order to so essentially the way the summons work in this game is you have to do a number of tasks throughout it, and the tasks make sense and they are simple, except there are 3 optional summons, and in order to get one, you have to get the previous one, and in order to get that one, you have to get the one before that.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, and they don't really go over this at all at any point in the game. They pretty much just expect you to know this.
Okay, so what's with... Oh, okay, that's what...
But I only get the easiest one because I cannot be asked with the optional bosses.
Destruction Sphere.
Yeah, so
What you're
this is
talking about?
yeah. So you can get these destruction spears, and you can destroy certain areas of the temple. You have to put them in specific locations. This is me trying to do it for the very first time because I've never done the destruction spear stuff before. I do manage to pull it off, but this is the only one bar from one which is mandatory, which I actually do. Besides from that, it's just picking up these spears and putting them into other locations. It's really straightforward. They tried to make a whole puzzle thing out of it later on where they go, oh, the environment's affected by it. You need to do this in order to open this and this and this. But it's no different.
You have to get the... You have to get the crystal of the wind, fire, earth, and water.
No. No.
Wait, am I right with that? Earth, fire, wind, and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder where I've heard that before. Final Fantasy 1. And Mystic Quest.
Just
Honestly,
uttering the name.
I'll say this now, I will play Mystic Quest if you really want me to, because we've already planned... Can I say what we've already planned when it comes to Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dusk is going to play Sonic Genesis. At some point.
Oof.
Yeah. And for those who are thinking, wait, Sonic 1, that's not a bad game. Yeah, you've not played Genesis for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh my god, I tried it. After our discussion, just so that way I can go, you know what, it can't be as bad as I remember. And I started playing it, and oh my god.
Even at the title screen when you heard that music.
I don't know how it's possible to make your fingers feel like they're vomiting, but that game makes it possible.
I think I heard that Dimps, I think it was Dimps who developed that one, they said something along, I might be wrong, but I think they said something along the lines of saying that it wasn't possible to port the game. And
That
then
is a load of crap.
Oh no, because get this, a bunch of hackers decide to build the game from the ground up. And it came out just like the Genesis version, only on a handheld. And I think they even put it to a cart as well, and it worked.
Yeah.
Cartridge. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember why I pushed this. Move the pedestal. Oh, right, yeah, okay. There's an optional pedestal in one of the temples I just decided to push for no apparent reason. I don't know why they make them all movable, but there you go.
That's odd. Oh wow, I wonder why that would have been so difficult.
It's gotten into you.
Waka, why are you here?
Oh yeah, this is meant to be like blasphemous
Only
for us to enter
summoners,
because
apprentice
we
summoners,
aren't
and their guardians can
guarding a summoner. We're not like, it's not a job
It's a
title,
tradition, very
essentially.
important.
But we do this
So what
at
about
every
you?
single temple, and we're not officially recognized as a guardian until about halfway through the game. So,
Guardian?
you know,
So if you're not doing something you're not a title, you're committing blasphemy.
Whoa! Ah!
In terms
You-
of this game.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage
you would
to
think
purge
so,
every
but
temple and
oddly
spirit.
enough, this religion is extremely
Guardians
flexible.
protect them.
They'll forgive you if you want.
The
They go,
guardians
oh
in
my
there
god,
now.
there'll be massive
One of
consequences.
them's got a
Oh,
sure fuse.
there are no
Who knows what the other's
consequences.
thinking?
Why is that a rule again?
do we come
Let's
this
never
far?
talk about this again.
See, our
Might as
god,
well go
our
all the
made-up
way.
god, made up a hedron, said it's bad. But he also said forgiveness. It's-
We'll
What are you doing here?
we'll talk more about
You able to
Yevon
handle it?
No, it's
in depth
It's just
later on, but for the time being, I'll just say that I'll continue to poke fun at it in the way that we've been doing. But I will say this: the rules and the entire thing surrounding Yevon as
Is the summoner all right?
because
Who?
put it this way, a religion, you would think that for it to be a religion you would have to worship something.
Yeah.
I do a suggestion as to what they're worshipping, but they never really bring it up.
They're worshipping a shield.
That would be fun.
That
Oh, so this bit here, this little bit here, which I know, I know how come my younger self playing the original PlayStation 2 version of this game does. In order for you to progress the game, you have to walk towards the door where they say, yeah, don't walk towards the door.
You're cutting out a few times.
You goes, no, I probably shouldn't walk towards the door, and then the cutscene plays. You can't do anything else. I was trapped in a room for like 12 hours. My younger self was scared. I was thinking, I have pressed X on so many like pixels against this wall. Also, here's Yuna, our secondary protagonist for the game.
Become a summoner.
Okay.
She's nice.
You know,
She doesn't
why,
get too much development though.
why does the name Yuna sound familiar? She isn't a character. That isn't the name of a character in Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. I mean,
Ah.
don't
Was I
think
surprised?
Yuna, but it might be.
I know what you're
Yeah, I
on
was
about.
thinking
It
some
sounds
were
familiar, but I
all
don't think it's the
geezers.
same name. I am curious boy. It might be. It might be. It might be.
Your title's gonna be Curious Boy now.
Hmm.
Dusky Snow, a Curious Boy. If we ever make a trailer for this channel, it's gonna have your name come up, Curious Boy. And it will be Gamebreaker Mills, the violent Scottish one.
What?
Oh shit, Yuna.
Brackets, not-
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
They're fighting.
Are you kidding me?
Ready?
Yuna, in the frickin' English version of Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale, was voiced by a dude.
What?
Well, that's confused the crap out of me. Of Ordinal Scale.
Probably a young boy.
Probably young boy. Oh yeah, also, we are about to meet our first summon. Who is...
The worst in the game. It's a chocobo.
he's my least used, I think. If it was a chocobo, that would be... We do use chocobos later on, and they are actually, like, they don't actually cost anything in this game, which is a little bizarre, but,
Wait, do they cost something in other games? I know they cost stuff in
So-
15. Because, like, I think 15 gil, or maybe 50 gil a day.
yeah. Well, the thing is, by the time you actually reach the Chocobo Ranch in 15, you have so much gil that it doesn't even matter.
Especially if you've been doing the side quests like me.
Yeah, I 100%'d it.
Oh, you actually 100%ed it.
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
Funnily enough, I started playing it the second it was released, and,
Well, you've
As I was
100%ed, including the Royal Edition.
including all the optional, yeah.
I'd never seen anything like it in my life. Sure.
I just did
was
it
a
as I
little
went along.
scary,
It
but
doesn't take
still,
too much
yeah.
effort to do.
I could feel
It's just you only
a
get stuck at a
strange kind
roadblock
of
when there's,
gentleness
well, a
coming from
roadblock.
it.
Yeah.
But it's good to do that because then you can go straight back to the side quest you've already activated it.
We get to name the
Ooh,
Aeon!
What's the name? What's the name? What's the name? Do not call it Sonic.exe. I can't go through that trauma again.
I will not call it Sonic.exe, I will just merely call him Jim.
I remember
Great.
that night.
The
we
all-powerful
talked for the
Jim.
First time. I didn't
People
know
have been
it then,
worshipping Jim
but
for
after that
decades,
night,
centuries even.
everything changed.
Oh,
for
I was like, that's
everyone.
supposed to be a god,
For
but
me.
no, it's just Jim.
I
Jim
get
the
pissed
God.
off with certain summons later on, and it will show with their
Let me
name
introduce
choice.
you to the
So
team.
enjoy that.
This
Is that
guy
the
here
only one
wants
can
into the
name?
tournament so bad. I let
No,
him
you
on
can
the
name all
team.
the summons in this game.
Oh, I'm gonna love seeing this.
His memory's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, it's
so
fun.
Don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say
Yeah.
hi.
By the way, this guy's still high.
I was about to say that.
Also, just ignore the fact
hi,
that
guys.
despite us being from completely different parts of the world, we're all wearing the same colour
So
scheme.
what's our goal?
To do our best.
Nope, we got a new goal
Freaking
now.
Phil's like
Our
a
new
bitch
goal
face. Ugh.
is victory.
Seriously,
every
these
match,
guys,
defeat every
all they
opposing
do is
team.
go to school and
bring the
say that
Crystal Cup
they
back
have
to
to
our
do their
island.
best and it's for
That's
fun.
all we need to do
Ugh.
to win. Easy, yeah?
I haven't actually mentioned. I think it's either the in 2 or 3 episodes time is that we actually get to play a game of Blitzball, and it's known as possibly one of the worst mini games in Final Fantasy history.
You were saying to me earlier.
I will neither say whether or not I have won nor lost it, but what I will say is that it's the most frustrating thing in the world, and I have
You heathen!
I've never actually won it. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Lady Una,
He's a bad man,
be
what?
careful.
Oh yeah,
it
because
was
he ran
really
into a
my
temple
fault
and
to
he
begin with.
basically just stood still.
I'm Una. Thank you
It's
so
blasphemy,
much
I
for
tell
your
you.
help
He's the
earlier.
demon. He's the devil.
I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm not. Oh crap, I
Wasn't that-
forgot to hide my horns.
Wasn't I not supposed to?
I don't know why, but
kinda
everyone,
overreacted.
like, from
Oh,
here
no.
on,
I
like,
was
forward, every religious
overconfident.
person or every person that, like, worships some form of religion besides from the likes of Yuna,
I
just
saw that
digs the
Aeon
crap
thing.
out of Bill. Like,
That's
they
amazing.
absolutely hate him for no reason.
Really? Do you think I can become
With the
high
temple,
summoner?
don't you even fucking think about it, bitch.
Your
Walk
chest
off.
is way too
Come play with
exposed
me
and
some
you're
more.
way too tan for this world.
Clearly, if you were a woman, you would have been...
So,
I'm gonna
tomorrow
stop
then.
right there, I'm gonna have to end someone.
We're going on the same boat,
I am
aren't
sorry
we?
to
Oh,
every
We can
female and
talk more.
every proper feminist out there. For you social justice warriors who claim you're feminists,
can
go fuck
Tell me all
yourselves.
about Xanakin.
All I will
I
say
didn't-
is
I
do
didn't-
what you
okay.
want to, but don't let me be involved
Okay,
in
actually,
it.
Don't get no
on
ideas.
that subject, I'm gonna bring this up.
promises
So
there,
my
big
brother,
guy.
who I'm actually gonna plug
Hey,
his
but
channel,
what
so
if she, comes on
you can
to
thank
me?
me later. The classy walrus,
That's not
he
going
got
to
into an
happen.
argument with a social justice
If you
warrior
get
on
tired,
Twitter
let me know.
recently,
I had a bed made
Oh,
for you.
Jesus.
because there was a whole thing with the Black Lives Matter. My brother says he doesn't really.
Yeah.
No, he basically says that there shouldn't really be a Black Lives Matter thing. It
Ready
should be
for
an
bed.
All Lives Matter,
Good. Sleep tight.
because racism goes for everyone, not just, you know, one race.
Mm.
And plus he said, like, apparently I don't know if this is true, I haven't looked up myself, but apparently the Black Lives Matter thing started from a cop killing terrorist, as he puts it. I'm gonna have to look that one up. But he's saying that it doesn't matter whether you're, you know, black, white, Asian, whatever.
Where's that
All
boat?
lives matter either way.
Everyone will find us.
And
if
this
it doesn't
feminist was
come
claiming
soon.
that, you know,
You really sure
you know,
this is okay?
racism aimed at white people is a myth,
Would you
and anyone who
take
believes
me
that
to
is
Xanarkand?
racist. And she actually called out my brother.
Jesus.
Like, she
You
tried
said
to,
you'd
like,
go
do
with
it behind
me.
his back. He turned around and went, oh yeah, well here's the
hey,
thing, if you're gonna
I,
talk about someone behind their back, why don't you just
I thought Waka told you
actually
not to get any
say it to my
ideas.
face and let everyone know who
He
you're talking
did.
about? And she went, well, I'm taking the screenshots
Yeah.
now. And then she
Yeah, so you're
mentioned him
coming
there
with
and then,
me.
and I thought to myself, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to say his actual name, I don't know if he wants his name, Felicia, but I was like,
You with a
Jesus
woman?
Christ,
You
Walrus,
can't
what
even
have you
catch
got
a
yourself
ball.
into?
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
what's the matter?
Also, we'll put his channel down in the link
Gonna
below,
cry
and I don't know if
again
you've got an
and
end
cry.
card for this, but
That's
we'll,
the only thing you're good
if you've
for.
not got it, I'll put it in at the end. I'll put in a little end
What'd you
card
say?
thing.
Yeah.
And we'll
You
put it
have
there,
to
and
speak
maybe a card at the
loudly.
top if you can do links there. So that's your shameless plug, Walrus. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh yeah, so
You can
this
do
is a
it.
running thing throughout this game. Bill hates his dad.
Got his fucking head off.
I hate you!
Yeah, Bill hates his dad, and his
Oh,
sort
great.
of like
Okay.
ultimate.
The day that the day we're recording this is on Halloween, and on this day, we actually just watched it right now, was a review I made called I Hate You. So he's pretty much just having a dream, and it ends with my video.
You shouldn't have brought him here in the first
That's my
place.
shameless
You remember
plug
that
right
built fetish I said?
He needed our help.
Excuses
So she's
again?
basically like best beltist from My Hero Academia.
That's it.
It's
No
interesting.
more.
I actually
Enough
really
of
enjoy a character, only because of how out of character you can make her, due to optional things and whatnot.
Are you gonna do them?
Oh yeah, I did all of the weird things to mess up a character. It's beautiful.
Weird things.
I didn't
what?
even do a single one of them intentionally either. It's that beautiful.
Ugh.
You just do them accidentally.
Scary.
I just played the game as normal, and
So,
she
Who's
just
Chapu?
it's
little
goddamn
brother.
beautiful.
Chapu.
There's entire sections where you're meant to be like doing events
He's
with like a
dead?
character which you've built a relationship with, sort of like more
He
like
was with the Crusaders when they
like you've
fought
become
Sin
more
last year.
friendlier with them, and
He didn't make it.
there's just this really out of character
first heard on
series
the
of
day of the
scenes just
tournament.
because I keep
Oh,
for whatever
so that's
reason
why.
whatever reason bumping up her points
I
without
became a
even meaning
guardian
to.
fight
I
Sin,
wasn't like
yeah?
even thinking about it, it just
Revenge
happens.
then?
That was the idea.
And I won't say
I'm more worried
specifically
about a stupid game now than
what those
avenging
scenes
my
are
brother.
because I'll save them for when it happens,
Well,
but I
After
will
the
say
next
they are
tournament, I'll
goddamn
be a guardian
beautiful.
full time.
Hold on, I have just seen the
I know it
related
kinda looks
videos
like
while
I'm
we're watching
using
this. We've got 32
But I'm
incredible,
not.
incredible
Yeah.
you missed in
Don't
Harry
worry.
Potter, top
I
10
mean,
Batman
I owe
Arkham
you a
series
lot.
boss battles, top 10 strongest
You really
symbiotes, and then
helped
why
me
was
out, you
Final
know?
Fantasy 10
What
a
I
big
mean
deal?
is,
You got Red Dead,
thanks.
Castlevania, Lords of
Walker.
Shadows 2, and then the key to defeating Thanos.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
we
there's only
in the
one
next
thing about
episode,
Final Fantasy 10.
it's
Oh dear.
the next episode is going to be a big one. We've got a lot. Well, we've got a big event that happens the next one, which does mean that's going to be extended. So, bit of a feature-length thing there by like 10 more minutes, but still.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy that.
Yeah. So we'll be back very soon with episode 5.
Five. We're recording these in bulk, so it's a bit.
Only
Yeah.
one today though because I've got other stuff I need to deal with. But we've got 5 episodes. I mean, none of them are out yet by the time of this recording. So by the time of this recording, you will already have the 4th episode. Duh.
There you go.
All right then.
Okay.
So, we will catch you in episode 5.
Yeah. Goodbye.
See you later.